Hi, thanks for joining us again for another sales training video. Today we want to focus on the power and the importance of getting what we call last looks. Any top-notch salesperson is going to tell you one of the most valuable tools he has is the ability to get the customer to give him last looks. Meaning if they've gone someplace else after they shopped the store or found another product or something that they're considering buying instead, that they call their trusted advisor and he can have an opportunity to respond or earn the sale back or retrieve the sale kind of from losing it. So with that being said, we have Mr. Kavanaugh, who I consider to be probably a master salesperson in his own right. And Bill's going to give us some great pointers and tips how that we can all make sure that we're earning last looks with the customers. Bill, take it away and tell us how to earn last looks with everybody, please.
You betcha. Okay. As Jim had pointed out, it's important to get the opportunity for the last look, because especially in this day and age when the customers are going to be shopping all over Hex Half Acre for the best deal, what they perceive to be the best deal. So we have to be prepared to have them out in the marketplace after they've spoken to us. It would be naive to think they're not going to go anywhere else after speaking to us. Mm-hmm. So as Jim was saying, asking for the last look can be kind of tricky. You don't want to be overly committal, and you don't want to use this line at the wrong time. Now, case in point, probably when you're in the store, before you've had the opportunity to go out and do a complimentary proposal for the customer, you've worked with them for an hour on a Saturday afternoon. They found a product that they like, they've given you the approximate square footage, you've deduced it's about $6,500 or so. So the customer says, that's great, and he says, thank you very much, I'm going to go looking around, this isn't my last stop, see you later. Well, rather than have them leave on that note, it's a good idea to go ahead and take one last shot and hit them with that appeal for the last look. So you can go any number of ways. One of the things you can tell them is, hey, Mr. Radijak, before you do anything, make sure you come see me and I'll take good care of you. Hand them the card, good firm handshake, and you're kind of committing yourself to them. Okay, it's a good last impression. Another one you could use is, okay, well, I'll tell you what, if you see something else out there that you haven't seen here, make sure you give me a call and I'll give you my expert opinion on it. Okay? Again, appealing back to what you have in the store. You've got just about everything, known to man. But if there is something else out there, I want you to be able to give me a call, and maybe we've overlooked it. It could be in the corner.
That's a great point, and it actually tells the customer your expert opinion. Okay, the law of authority. We're again telling the customer that we are experts. We're professionals at what we do.
Mm-hmm. And that actually kind of plays right into this third one too. Customer infers or implies rather that they're going to be out shopping because classic examples, money's tight today, everybody's watching their expenditures, I have to spend my money wisely, so they're going out shopping. Use that. Say, hey, terrific. I tell you what, before you put your money down on anything else you see out there, make sure you give me a call. I mean, I'll give you a good, professional, qualified second opinion. You'd want that before you spend your hard-earned money, wouldn't you, Mr. Radijak?
Yeah, it would. That would be a great value.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think it's pretty common that a lot of people will hit with, I'm just starting to look. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of that buffer area they're giving themselves. So hitting them with one of these three great lines, I think would ensure that that they'll give you an opportunity at least to earn their business.
Absolutely. And in closing, I want to say it's hugely important, and I know it may sound cliche, but at this point in time when you're delivering a line like that, it's got to be done with earnest and sincerity. It's got to be done with a good firm handshake, and make sure you put the business card into his hand as well, because you're giving of yourself and he's taking it from you, and you're just reaffirming that bond that you've been working to establish in that previous hour.
Okay. Now this was all done again on the opening time of coming into the store before we've done the complimentary proposal, right. And they've intimated that they've just started to look or that they're going to go out and look further. Now, Bill, touch base on another time that we'd want to, or the other opportunity when this would present itself to get last looks.
Okay. Well, that's a good point. We're probably going to get more opportunities than not after we've done the complimentary proposal.
Why is that?
Well, let's say Rod goes out and does the measurement Tuesday night, and I give you a call Wednesday morning to do a follow-up on it. It was the last estimate. I just got the paperwork back, so I give you a call. Hey, Mr. Radijak, how'd everything go last night? Did the estimate go off, well? I mean,
Yeah, and Rod was a great guy. He measured everything up, and he printed it all out for me, so I have it right here.
beautiful. And just so as I've got my paperwork right, it came out to $6,523, and you guys were liking the Life to Guide creek bed.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Correct.
Well, hey, when would you like to come in and put your deposit down?
Well, Bill, I'm not exactly sure. We're quite not at that stage yet. I think we might want to, wait and sleep on it for a few more days.
Okay, okay. You mind if I ask you, Mr. Radijak, is it the selection you're sleeping on? That is to say you're not quite sure about the product, or candidly, is it the price of the product?
Well, it's a lot of money to spend nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just want to double check everything. Kind of just make sure we've picked the proper product. And that it is a good value and a good deal.
Okay, okay. Hey, I can appreciate that because you know what? I've got college-age kids myself. Tell you what, do your homework, take a look around. But I tell you what, before you do anything, give me a ring. Let me know what you found. Because I remember you were telling me that more than anything else, the stain-resistant feature was important to you. Mm-hmm. And the product you've got right now has the lifetime stain warranty. It's the advanced generation fiber with the additional stain. So this is going to do, I truly feel, the best job for you in that respect. Okay. So before you make a decision on something else, call me and let me know what you found. And maybe I can at least, keep you from making a mistake or something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
Perfect.
I can do that.
Great. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what would be a good time to call you back? Do you want me to wait a day, 2 days, 3 days? What's good for you?
Well, if you can give me a couple days and call back, and that should give me a little bit of time and just to mull it over. So,
okay.
Yeah, a couple days would be good.
Perfect. That's great. Well, I'll give you a ring, say, around Wednesday next week then.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Click. Really important there. The customer is going to be more apt to throw an objection at you over the phone because he's got 10 miles of distance between you and he, mm-hmm. and it's a safe zone. But by the same token, you're in a safe zone as well because you're on your phone. And he's been honest with you and says, hey, you know what, I'm not comfortable. It's a little bit of money, a little bit more than I wanted to spend. Come right back at him. Address that, make some assurances, mm-hmm. and again, make an appointment to give you a call back. Because more than anything else we hear from customers all the time is, hey, the guy never called me back, or I've been waiting to hear from him, or he said he was going to do this, but he didn't. So you make an appointment, you call him back, and you know what? Chances are, even if he did find something else out there for less money, the very fact that you acted on your word, called him back, acted as the consultant, he's going to give you the job.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Before we wrap up the first segment of this, just again, I want to touch base of how important it is to get the last looks. We're looking at doing it 2 different times. Bill, the first time is
when the customer's in the store, you've had some time to work with them, but they're not quite comfortable enough to make that commitment and set up the complimentary proposal.
And then the second time is after we've done the complimentary proposal and we're following up with the phone calls. Okay? And we'd always want to, again, encourage the consumer to call us with any last questions or before they put their money down. And Bill, one more time, those 3 lines that we're going to basically lead with.
You bet. Before you do anything, make sure you come see me. I'll take good care of you. Or if you see something else that you like out there that you didn't see here in the store, give me a call and I'll give you my expert opinion on it. Or before you put any money down anywhere out there, call me first. I'll give you my qualified, professional second opinion, and you'd want that before you spend any amount of money, wouldn't you, Mr. Customer?
Mm-hmm. All very non-threatening responses. All 3 of them telling that you're going to work for the consumer as their trusted advisor. And 2 of the 3, again, reassuring the consumer, letting them know that you are a true professional and an expert in the field of floor covering. Okay, so those are great techniques, great tactics. Use them, practice them. The second part we're going to dive into when the consumer does come back and says, now you've told me that, now how do we respond? So we're going to take a short break, come back with the second segment, that'll be part 2, and we'll dive into that. Thank you.